Hi, welcome to the video today. Today, I wanted to just show you a flow that release the tension on your lower back. Right? Sometimes you feel the pinch the nerve inside your hips. You feel the pain on your hips, or the pain travels down from your hip to your foot. All right, let's get started. So let's get started with lying down on the floor. Hug your knees to your chest. All right, rock yourself from right to left. Feel the release of your lower back right here. And then from here, right, a couple more times, maybe draw the circles with your knee. And then switch the direction right here. And now extend the left leg back to the floor. Hug your knees to your chest. Right, take a deep breath in. You can use this left hand, press it, this calves on the floor. Hug your knee to forehead to your knee. Just take a deep breath in right here. And slowly come back to the floor. Right, from here you can just lower this knee to the right side. Continue gently press his hips on the floor. Right, feel the release of your right side of the hips. And then slowly come back to center and release. And bring this knee to the left side of the body. Right, come to gentle twist right here. You want to make sure your right shoulder is on the floor. All right, release, and it's come back to center. Switch to the side, and hug the left knee to your chest. Right, take a deep breath in. The right foot. Right, maybe you can flex your right foot. Press those calves on the floor, or right calves on the floor, and just take a deep breath in. Squeezing your belly. Engage your pelvic floor muscles. Then release. Come back to the floor. And now lower this knee to the left side of your body, right? You want to feel the release of your left side and continue gently press your right hip towards the floor. And feel the release of your hips, your lower back, and especially the muscle deep inside of your hips. And now bring this knee back to the center, right? And then switch the side, lower this knee into the left side of your body, right? Come to gentle twist right here. And you want to keep the left shoulder on the floor. Now release and come back to center. Bring both your knees to outside your mat. Right, extend your arms out. Just follow your rhythm of breathing. Right, you should slow down your breathing. Just lower both knees to the left when you exhale. Then come back to center. And then lower both your knees to the right. And come back to center and lower both knees to your left. One last time right here. And then release, come back to center. Now bring bottom of your feet together, right? Bottom of your feet touching. If you don't have access to your feet, just grab the ankles, gently push the feet towards your body, right here. Now feel the release of your inner thigh, your hips. So this is these are exercises for people with really intense pain. They couldn't even do the yoga flow, right? But this is, you can just lie down on the floor and do some releasing, do some hip releasing. And now bring your feet together, hands behind your thighs. Just rock behind your thighs. Yeah, rock yourself up to seat. All right, from seat, and you want to bring your bottom of your feet together. Right, so we're gonna release our hips right here. So bottom of your feet together, right? And inhale, lift your hips away. You want to squeeze your belly, squeezing your belly, right? Squeezing your pelvic floor area, and you want to bring your belly button towards your feet, and slowly lower yourself towards the floor, right? You can gently using your elbows, just pushing your hips towards the floor. So you feel a little rotation of your hips, right, forward. So that's the forward bend. You want to hinge forward from your hips. All right, release, and it's come back to the top right here. And now you want to extend the left leg out. Bring the bottom of the right foot against your inner thigh right here. Right, inhale, lift the ribs away. Right, maybe engage, keep your quads, left quads engaged. So press against your right foot and inhale, lift the ribs away. And then exhale, forward bend. Right, you want to come to forward bend. And so continue feeling the release of your right hip right here. Just breathe. Beautiful. And now release, and it's come back to the top. So we're going to enter from here, pigeon from this pose, right? So you want to bend the front leg, right? Have your shin parallel to the front mat, and extend this leg back. Right, you want to push yourself up to a proud pigeon first. Right, push yourself up to proud pigeon first, and then from here you should feel the release of the left side, and then press the right hip towards the floor, and then come to forward bend. And if you have a block at home, you can put a block underneath your hips if your hips are not on the floor. Just stay here, right? Trying to direct your breath to your hips. And breathe. You can stay here as long as you want. And then come back to the top. All right, so this is a little different from how we usually enter a pigeon from a downward dog. Right, and now extend your right leg forward and bring bottom of your left foot against your inner thighs right here. And flex your foot, right? Engage your quads right here. You want to feel a little gentle push against your left foot, right? And inhale, lift the ribs away. Then exhale, forward bend. So continue feeling the release of the left hip right here, right? Release, right? Squeezing your belly. And you want to go a little deeper. All right, release, and it's come back to the top. And now bring the left foot to the front. Right, have your right shin, right leg in the front. Have your right shin parallel to the back of the mat. Extend this leg back and come to pigeon pose on the side. So just push yourself up to a proud pigeon first. Right, so you just be mindful, you know, this side might feel a little different since we've been sitting, right? So you might feel a little different. Press those hips towards the floor. Breathe, and exhale, forward bend. All right, couple more breaths here. And just continue to draw the right hip towards the back of the mat, press the left hip towards the floor. All right, push yourself up from here, right, and bring this leg to the front. And bring the feet in front of you. And you wanted to push yourself up to a squat right here, right? So you want to come up to a squat, and so bring your feet a little closer, right? So bring your heels to the floor, and just bring your hands in front of you, pushing the knee open, right? And you wanted to just bring your hips towards the floor, right? Keep your upper body tall and straight. And now from here, you want to bring your hands in front of you. Maybe use your left hand. Actually, bring the right hand in front of you. Right? And then using your left hand, push this knee open. Right? We continue releasing our inner thighs, our hips Just be gentle with your body, right? You want to connect with your body, right? Don't use too much force, and switch to the sides, right? So if you need to stay on your toes, that's fine, or maybe sit on the block. That's completely okay. All right, release, come back to center. Now push yourself up, up. So hands be on the floor, wiggle your hips a little bit, and slowly come back to the top right here. And now we come to a tree pose. And this is actually one of the greatest poses, to release your hips, right? So the key is you want to step from the ground, the left foot on the floor, engage this left quad right here, and then bring the right foot to the inner thigh, right? You like we were doing when we were seated. You want to engage your quads, push this knee open. Another way to do this, you can just put your toes on the floor, but still engage this quads, engage the glute, push the knee open, so you feel the instant release of your hips, right? That paraphysics muscle instantly. So you feel the instant release, right? But you have to engage the quad muscle right here. So just breathe, find the inner stillness. Couple breaths here, and now you want to lift this left gut, come to seated figure 4, right? So if you flip your foot open a little towards the sky, it's a little deeper, right? Sit down a little more. So pretend there's a chair behind you, press his foot on the floor, and you want to reach something forward, yes. Breathe. All right, release, or you can hold on to your knee, your foot. Right, there's another way to do this, but it really depends how you feel, right? How strong your left leg is. And then release, come back to center and switch to the side. And now bring your left foot to the, come to tree on the left side. Right, so for this side, I'm going to demo use, press my foot against the inner thigh. Again, you can keep the toes on the floor. Have your heels against the right ankle. But the key, engage the right hips and pushing this knee open, hands in front of your heart. And inhale, bring your hands up. All right, release, come back to center, and just bring your, come to a seated figure 4. Bring your heels, ankles on the thigh, and inhale, lift the arms away. Reach. And slowly come back to the top and bring your hands down. And now just walk your feet a little wider. All right, let's come to squat. So you want to bring your hands on your knees, like we did when we were squatting on the floor, right? You want to gently push the knee open, then bring your left shoulder to your right knee, and release, and come back to center. So right shoulder to your left knee. All right, release, and just come back to the top. All right, take big step, bring your feet to the top of the mat. All right, and it's just step back and it's come to warrior 2. We want to continue to focus on the releasing of the front hip right here, right? So pivot the left foot, extend your arms out. Beautiful, guys. Extend now, and arms on your thigh. Extend the right arm towards, left arm towards the front. And release, hands behind your back, right? Extend your arms up, and you want to touch something behind you. And then extend the front leg, extend your arms forward. Maybe shorten your stance and bring your hands to come to triangle pose right here. Extend your arms up. You want to gaze up. Gaze through your fingertips towards the ceiling or sky. And one more breath right here. And release, come back to the top. Right, like I said, you want to keep this area, your pelvic floor area, engaged throughout the practice, right? And let's turn to the left, come to warrior 2 on the left side, and extend your arms out. Extend your arms out, and now bring your hands to the thigh, extend your right arm towards the sky, towards the front of the mat, and turn your upper body towards sky. Right, so if your pain is very intense, you can't even do these poses. Standing poses, just skip all the standing poses and go to the floor exercise directly, right? And keep the front knee bent. Bring your hands behind your back, right? Hands in front of your Trying to touch your front thigh with your right hand. Extend your left arm behind your back. You want to touch something behind your back right here. Breathe. One more breath right here. Extend the front leg. Right, and then extend. Both legs are straight right now. And shorten your stance if you need to. And extend your arms forward, and then bring your hands towards your right shin. Extend your left arm up. And come to triangle pose. Both arms are straight. All right, release. Let's come back to center. And hands in front of your heart. And let's just take a big step, come back to the top of the mat. Right, and inhale, bring your hands up, palms touching, reach for the sky, then exhale, come down to the, exhale, and come back to the floor, come to forward bend. All right, from a forward bend, and it's just, keep your knees bent, right, just release your head. You want to stretch out your back of your leg, right, so if the pain travels down from your hips to their foot, and it's very good. It feels really good to stretch out your back of your legs. And then from here, just lower yourself to the floor. Right, come down to the squat. And slowly lower yourself to the floor. All right, let's come down to the floor now. And now you want to do, so cross your foot, right? And walk your leg a little closer. Right, we continue releasing our hips. Or you can bring your hands behind your back, right? Pushing your body up. So you continue feeling the release of your lower back. And then release and switch to the side. Cross your left leg over. And release, and it's come down to the floor now. So we're going to finish the practice by just recline paging, right? Continue releasing our hips. And now you wanted to cross your leg, right foot over, and hands, interlace your hands behind your thighs. Just inhale, then exhale. Just pull your thighs closer to your closer to your chest. Just continue with the breathing. And lower the right foot knee towards the left side. Right, extend your arms out. Come to a twist. Right, if you can bring your knee to the floor, go for it. But make sure your shoulders are on the floor and look towards your right. And release. Come back to center. Switch to the side. Right, cross your left leg over and interlace your hands and just pull your inner thigh towards your chest. Right, a little closer. Right, if you, especially you have high hips, right? If you pull this knee a little closer, and then you feel the release of your left hip right here. And then lower the right foot and left knee to the right side, and look towards your left. Just continue feeling the relaxation of your body, right? And especially around the hips area. All right, release, come back to center, just hugging your knees. And one last time, you want to bring your feet up, come to happy baby, right? And rock here. So both your bottom of your feet pointing towards sky or ceiling, right? You want to put the ankles, knees towards your armpits, just rock yourself from right to left. Right? You can open your knees a little bit more, rock yourself from right to left. And then hug your knees right here. And gently rock yourself from right to left. Continue feeling the relaxation in lower back area. And let's take a deep breath in right here. Forehead to your knees. And then exhale, bring your legs down. And palms open. And lower your feet. You want to externally rotate your hips. Lower your feet towards the floor. Dropping to the deep space inside your pelvic floor area. That's center of our being, our body. And just letting go of everything for the next few minutes. All right, letting go of your thoughts, your to-do list. And just rest. Give yourself permission to rest. You can take a longer break right here. Once you're ready, you can slowly rotate your ankles, stretch out your toes, wiggle your fingertips, and then hug your knees to your chest. And lower yourself to the left side using the left arm as a pillow. Just take your time to get up. There's no need to rush, right? And this is a time for you and you only. And now come up to a seat. Sending you love and light. Namaste.